My name's Ellie.
I'm Jasmine.
Today we're going to be making a clay sculpture. What you'll need is a rolling pin, or if you don't have a rolling pin, make sure you can use a tube, but make sure you use quite a thick tube or else it will break. You need a knife and you need tools, some water, some self-drying clay, and there's this kiln clay which is normal, and you need to fire it in a kiln once if you want it to last. Then you will need some guiders, and you will need a cloth so that your clay does not stick to your table and mark it.
We're going to be using the kiln clay because it's a lot softer and nicer to use.
And also the kiln clay is much cheaper than the self-drying clay. Okay, first of all, we're going to straighten up our guiders, and then we're going to roll out our clay, and you can move around this material so you can get it all different angles.
It quite flat as well.
So we're going to make this flat so that we can use it to draw our piece, our body shape, and then we're going to use the excess to put on the design of the Viking.
And you need to turn it around again.
There is this one that we drew earlier, which is a shape of a Viking head, which
we're going to use now. With it, you draw a little Viking shape with a knife lightly, so if you make a mistake, you can just rub it out. And like you cut out a long line, and be quite careful with it. And then you peel the bits away which you haven't used.
And then you just smooth out the edges. And you can leave the bottom bits a bit bumpier because it can create a really cool effect, like a sculpture.
And now, with the excess pieces of clay,
you can cut out different shapes, like you can cut out the helmet.
You have to roll it out. You don't use the guiders for the rolling out, like we've done here. So it was bits of excess clay. We just rolled out without the guiders. So I'm going to make the helmet.
It doesn't matter what you do with the helmet, just draw a line against the clay, you put it on top of the head, and then you can just cut around it to see how it fits.
And if it doesn't fit, you can just cut off the edges till it does.
And don't do anything to it yet, just to make sure that the helmet fits. We'll tell you how to make sure it fits later.
Our helmet's a bit big, so I'll cut off a little bit here. And see if it fits now, and yes it does. And now I'm going to make the little nose piece. Smaller. And you can place it down.
Is that a bit big or does that fit?
I think that fits.
Okay.
Because you have quite a long nose.
Now I'm going to use the knife to create the eye shape. You can just use a bottom of a cutlery knife, or you can use any kind of eye-shaped material that you have at your classroom or your house. There we go.
Okay, and I've made these little
eyeball things.
Peoples. And roll them up in a circle, and you can place them on eye. And now I am going to make his mustache, actually the band of his helmet going round. So this is got to be a lot longer than the nose because the helmet's going to be longer. Okay, and see if it fits, which needs to be a wee bit smaller, which I will do on the clay piece this time. Okay, and do you think we should add a mustache and a beard, or just a mustache?
I think a beard as well, because Vikings don't ever trim themselves, really.
There's one bit of a mustache. And I just cut out 2 triangles, so they don't have to be exactly the same size, because it's very unlikely for it to be symmetrical. And I'm going to make a band for his chainmail, because they usually wear chainmail.
When they do that, I'm just going to poke some holes into the decorative piece because as some bolts and stuff.
Okay, and I'll put this here, and the beard will be like triangles are like quite good, and the best tool you have is probably your fingers.
Yeah.
There. Okay, and now we're going
To grab the knife and just put some little random
and
things.
if you don't have clay tails, you can use a fork, which we have. We have clay tails, so make it more chainmail-like. And to actually glue them on, you don't use glue. You take it off, and you do crisscrossing in both sides.
And then you add some water.
With your fingers.
Don't put too much water on or else it'll be really soggy.
Yeah, and you don't want that.
No, where's the water?
And I'm going to put the crisscross here. And it doesn't really have to be neat, the crisscross, really. And if you do it if you go off the lines, you can easily rub it out.
Yeah.
And then just place it down.
Like so. So now we're just going to do that with the rest of them.
But we're not going to do it with all of them. And whilst Ellie's doing that, I'm going to put in some design to the chainmail along the bottom.
There we go. Some water.
Okay. And for the mustaches, and beard, you draw lines. You can do it with a pencil
Or any kind of tool you have. Oh, you forgot to do the hair.
Oh yeah. Not all Vikings can have hair, they can be bald. Now we finished our clay relief sculpture. You don't have to make a clay relief Viking. So here's some of our friends made earlier.